This reed warbler is desperately feeding the very killer that murdered all of its chicks. Standing on tiptoe, it keeps stuffing freshly caught insects into that enormous mouth. Cannot understand why this baby is never full. Why only moments after being fed, it opens its beak again, demanding more food. The mother reed warbler could never imagine that the chick she is raising with all her strength is actually a ruthless monster. Not long ago, this creature pushed every one of her chicks out of the nest and sent them plunging to their deaths, and the true mastermind behind it all is calmly watching from a distant branch, a female cuckoo. A month earlier, when the reed warbler pair had just finished building their nest, the cuckoo had already set her sights on it. The reed warblers laid 4 eggs, carefully tending and incubating them every day. The female cuckoo wanted to sneak her own egg into the nest, but it wasn't that simple, because reed warblers recognize their own eggs and can even remember exactly how many they laid. To pull off the deception, she had to seize a brief and perfect opportunity. Finally, while the reed warbler pair was away searching for food, the female cuckoo suddenly swooped down. In just 10 seconds, she stole an egg, laid her own, and escaped. When the reed warblers returned, nothing seemed unusual. The number of eggs was unchanged, and the markings looked almost identical. Only one egg appeared slightly larger than the others. The warbler hesitated for a moment, but eventually continued incubating the clutch. Even more astonishing, cuckoos have evolved incredible camouflage abilities. When targeting different host species, they lay highly customized eggs that closely match the host's own. The colors, patterns, and even subtle shades can be replicated with remarkable accuracy. Even humans often struggle to tell them apart. To improve their chances of survival, cuckoo eggs usually hatch 1 or 2 days earlier, arriving in the world before the others. When the chick first emerges, its eyes are still closed. It weighs only about 3 grams, but hidden inside its tiny body is a deadly instinct programmed from birth. Using a specialized sensory mechanism on its back, whenever it touches an egg or another chick, it instinctively pushes outward, and so, it struggles with all its strength to shove the eggs and nestlings out of the nest one by one, until every last one is gone. Even if its foster parents are nearby, it shows no mercy. Before long, it becomes the only occupant of the nest. All the food and all the resources belong to it alone. As time passes, the young cuckoo grows larger and larger, and it looks less and less like a reed warbler. Yet the reed warbler pair remains completely unaware. The reason is simple. They can recognize differences between eggs, but they cannot identify an imposter chick. It is a blind spot written into their genetics, and it is the very reason this tragedy unfolds. But that isn't the most disturbing part. The young cuckoo possesses another remarkable ability, can imitate the begging calls of an entire brood of chicks at once, creating the illusion that multiple hungry babies are waiting to be fed. Its constantly gaping crimson mouth relentlessly triggers the reed warbler's parental instincts, forcing them to search for food again and again. Researchers have found that to feed a single greedy cuckoo chick, a pair of reed warblers may make hundreds of feeding trips every day. Some host birds even die from exhaustion while raising their unwanted guest. 3 weeks later, the fully feathered young cuckoo is finally grown. Without a single glance back, it leaves the nest, leaving behind the exhausted reed warbler pair, standing over an empty home. And even more cruelly, the tragedy is far from over, because the cuckoo, raised by reed warblers from the day it hatched, has memorized the appearance of its foster parents. When spring returns the following year, it may follow that memory back and lay its own egg inside another reed warbler nest. Year after year, the cycle repeats, a brutal law of survival, an inescapable parasitic destiny, a story that seems destined to never truly end.